Yeah. This shit, we got squeezing. Yeah. No, it was another request up under your name.
I sent
Bye.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your phone had froze, but I can hear you now.
Oh. Welcome.
I was gonna go live on YouTube, but I was like, we need to do a test run on that first, so I can make sure the buttons is pushed right, how to share and all of that shit
Mm-hmm.
to this network. And we got some things to talk about. It has it been
Yes,
a
we
crazy
do. Yes, we do.
already. Woo! Love. I had to get a drink because I'm like, baby,
It
I
is
need a drink.
definitely
I
crazy.
need a drink. Okay, shit just been coming out every day.
Okay, because you don't know what the crap to believe. You don't know. It's people just out here
Let me
just
turn my
saying
fan
stuff.
down. Hold up. Let me turn my fan down. It's a little loud. It's
Can
louder
y'all
than
hear me? Can y'all hear us? If y'all in here,
okay.
not tap the screen. Oh, I thought I was on somewhere else. Make sure you share the live.
Yeah, share the
Invite
live. Share the live. Girl.
and we got some things to talk about. Definitely. Just like she said. Can you hear me real good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just you talking up. You speaking up.
Oh, you know my AirPods. They done been through hell and back inside of a baby mouth and all type of stuff.
Yeah,
But
just speak up a little bit. That's all. You good though.
I'm about to put both of them in. I don't want them to go dead though. Can you hear me now?
Why is it saying I'm offline?
You was froze up for a minute.
I see it said my thing was currently offline. Yeah, it's weird. The weather's been tripping like a motherfucker too.
Can you hear me real good?
Peace, peace to everybody coming on.
Can you hear
What you
me?
say, sis?
Can you hear me real good? No? Yes.
I can hear you. Know you just got this little baby voice, and I got a loud voice. Y'all know I got a big mouth.
Okay. I don't know what the crap is going on. Maybe I need to take my dad, take it off Wi-Fi or something.
Peace, bro. What's goody? Everybody come on in. We got some stuff to talk about. And if y'all want to come up and voice y'all opinions, baby, just send the invite right here on the bottom of your screen.
Yes. We
And you
would
can come
love
up.
to have plenty of people to come up and, let us know. I don't know if you guys been paying attention or, maybe you have seen it and you just like, oh, another distraction. That you can in here. Again, if you want to come up and you want to be up here with us and discuss any of the topics that we are about to discuss, please feel free to hit the button so you can come up here and voice your opinion, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is just how we feel. I mean, it's public, so we're going to let everybody know how we feel about it. In the
Right.
meantime, in between time, Our first topic of today. First of all, hey everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. We love y'all. We miss y'all. We've been
Yeah.
gathering all this information for y'all. So when Wednesday come, we can let the tea go. I wish I had my tea with me. I didn't get no tea today. So I normally have some tea, but I got some tea.
Okay.
Might not have a drinking tea, but I got the mental tea. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm
The
about to
info.
spill it, the information. So, sis, I'm going to let you take over from here and let them know what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to go ahead.
Okay. First thing first, we're gonna triple back to Jamie. Okay. Jamie Foxx. Okay. There has been pictures that have surfaced. All right. And everybody have had speculations on like what's going on with Jamie anyway, what's going on. Peace, sis. What's going on with him? We haven't heard from him, but it don't get to Jamie. Okay. So since this picture has surfaced of Jamie, it's been a lot of people speculating that he's been cloned. Okay. This cloning conversation is going to keep coming up and keep coming up. It's not going to go anywhere. We know that technology does have the ability to clone. Like me and sis was talking about earlier, I don't think it's so far as human, like it's really like a solid foundation on humans.
Right.
But on other things that we know for a fact that they have cloned, such as foods and vegetables and fruits and vegetables and shit like that, right? Dealing with the cells. So when we first seen it, I was like, when I first seen it, and I'm gonna let you talk about it. When I first seen it, I was like, did they forget that he had a stunt double in the movie that he got sick, okay? And if you rewind it on back from that before he started doing a new movie, he already had a health problem going on, health issues going on.
Right.
So he wasn't 100% back to himself when he started that movie with Cameron Diaz, okay? So that's why, all of this happening. The speculations is a motherfucker, okay?
Right.
Especially when it comes to this network, okay? So everybody have their opinions, everybody has their speculations or their thoughts, of what they might think it is. And sometimes the internet will get the best of you if you don't listen, to your own conscience, okay? And pay attention to key factors that play out through these, these type of big stories, all right? So he got sick, wasn't 100% to himself, started a movie, end up, passing out, okay? Now we at where his picture has surfaced where he's been outside, okay? So a lot of people have came out and said, oh, he's been cloned. I really just feel like, from my opinion, I feel like he hasn't necessarily been cloned, but something is definitely going on behind the scenes that they don't want people to know about right here, dealing with Jamie.
Right.
You can go ahead and speak. That's all I really got on that because I don't know. But we gonna keep an eye on it now, okay? Because a lot of shit been surfacing lately, so might change my perspective. You never know.
And what's crazy is how they're promoting the whole cloning thing right when
that too,
the movie is about to come out. Because Jamie's in a movie that's coming out on Netflix. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. And I think
publicity stuff.
Right. So now, right before this comes out, everybody's talking about, oh, they cloned Jamie and this, that, and third, or whatever the situation may be. So my personal opinion on cloning, I'm not gonna necessarily say anything about cloning. Mostly is I believe in doppelgangers. I believe that there is somebody that got a twin out there that looks identical to them or similar, very, very strong features. Like you got to do a double take to be like, dang, I thought that was them. That type of person. But if you know what a doppelganger is, it might be another you in another universe or another time doing the opposite of what you're doing or doing better than what you're doing or whatever the situation may be. They're playing out a different life from you, but it's you in another time, another world, another place. You're a doppelganger. And every once in a while, maybe the times align and maybe that's the deja vu that you may have, a glimpse of whatever the situation may be. Who knows? This world is full of mystery. Nobody still exactly knows exactly how everything is operating. You know what I'm saying? As far as religion, as far as spirituality, as far as everything, no one truly knows exactly how everything is operating. People are guessing. And I do believe that there are scientists out here that are willing to go as far as they possibly can. Like we said earlier, people are always giving the elite so much credit. Oh, they'll eat this, they'll eat that. They're cloning people. They're doing this, they're doing that. Half of the time, y'all, if not majority of the time, the elite got other fucking shit that they be doing. And they so rich to where they don't have to literally put their hands in nothing. They're so rich to where they sit back. Now, they probably got an investment into the bullshit. Of course. They didn't dip their money into it because they see that, oh, and this is longevity money. So if I invest now, when these scientists really pop this shit off with the whole iRobot and everything else. Hey, Marie, iRobot and everything else, or whatever the situation may be, then and only then you'll be like, oh, okay. Now, these people are very, very intelligent, China and all of them. So robots, like, you know, they've been telling you for the longest about artificial intelligence. They tell you in movies, they tell you all of these things. I do believe that they can create a AI that is very, very, very similar to human nature. I do. I definitely do. But the only thing that's different is one has a soul, a spirit, and the other one is just straight machine. That's the only
straight
thing.
Machine. Right, robot. iRobot type shit.
Like iRobot, you know, and eventually it'll either get to or Megan, the doll that she created.
Oh yeah, Megan.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. People are really going into the field and creating this type of stuff to for the kids that can afford it and want a my size Barbie. This that and that. Let me tell you something. Don't bring that shit in my house. I don't want that doll. My baby good. I'm okay with teaching her things. I don't need her to have that much of a friend, an artificial friend, and I'm that busy to where I can't talk to my kids. Like, no.
Right. I tell my son that all the time, you know, it's okay to play the games or whatever. You know, you got friends on the network, that's cool and dandy. But it's people here in real time that you can connect to. Okay. I know we on the spiritual path and we know we have to be to ourselves, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to, you know, it's a net, y'all. He about to get done with, okay? The South, the bullshit. But anyway, he messing up my camera time.
Okay.
But anyway, but anyway, you know, I have to tell him, you know, it's people here in real time, you know, enjoy your fruits and your labels. That's what I always say. You know, you don't have to be so wrapped up into the self journey. You know, it's good to be in tune with yourself, but you have the privilege, okay? You have that magic to connect to everything here. So it doesn't have to be so isolated. You know what I'm saying? So I tell them, get off of that sometimes, you know? Don't unplug. Okay, become Neo. Unplug from the shit for a minute.
From the Matrix, okay? For real. Sometimes we all get too tapped in. It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't have to be a game. Sometimes we get too tapped into social media. And we're constantly picking up our phone every 5-10 minutes or whatever, trying to see what's going on, or TikTok, any type of social media. Sometimes we get tapped in too much to where we need to put that phone down and start watching some movies, start having family time, start talking.
Game night. Okay.
Game night. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things count because we need it. Not even just for the kids, but for self.
You definitely do.
You need it for self.
And
that artificial intelligence is definitely real. And you'll get wrapped up in that too. Because if you got the money, some for some, not all, I tell my kids that all the time. Exactly, Marie.
Right, you have to.
And you gotta balance it out. You gotta
Yeah,
balance it out.
everything has a balance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything does have a balance. And especially like you were saying with social media, you have to everything on social media, you have to eat it, take it with a grain of salt, right? You have to do it that way. Because not everything is going to be true. Okay. There's so much false realities going on out here. Okay. And you have to detect what's real and what's not. I mean, it makes sense. What makes sense is real. Okay. That's the common sense. I mean, if it doesn't make sense, then it's a false reality. It's a what they say a artificial intelligence.
Right.
You are the ascension of intelligence, and we create artificial intelligence based off of us. So we have to know the real from the fake. Okay.
Exactly.
Not saying that like I said, the elite they have some shit, but a lot of y'all give the elite too much fucking power. Too much. They're not doing all of that.
Some people really just be sitting back. I'm not saying I personally know what they be doing, but I guarantee you they so rich to where they not doing half of the shit that y'all say they damn doing. Half of the time they probably on the island somewhere chilling for a month or so, thinking of some more ways to add more wealth to what they already got. They done already
exploring this plane, okay?
Exactly. They done
traveling,
into
seeing shit that we ain't seen yet. It ain't all about trying to get you to be in fear. You only draw the fear to yourself when you attach yourself to it.
Exactly.
Especially like shit like that with the whole cloning shit. You only draw that attention to yourself because that's what you believe in. That's what you attract. So you're gonna fall for that shit all the time. I've elevated from that. I used to believe in clones. Definitely did. I was one of those type of people. But I've elevated from that mind frame and understand what cloning is, okay? And the possibilities that these people only have because of the frequency of the vibrations that we have here on this plane, okay? Everything has a set tone, all right? Yeah, they might have done some shit in some time that we wasn't introduced to the public, such as the phone and the iPhone shit you seen in cartoons and shit. Yeah, they created so many technologies up under the skin that we have not seen publicly until now. So a lot of that shit is coming forward, and a lot of people are so wrapped up in it because the vulnerability of believing this experience can keep you fucked up. Okay. All right. So the whole thing with Jamie shit, make it make sense.
Please.
If they was cloning like that, it wouldn't be such a issue with reproduction. They can clone that shit. Okay? If it was such cloning going on, people that is not even here no more, rich people got money. They can do this shit, right? They will clone their people that's already transitioned. Okay?
So what I'm saying?
Cloning for?
People
because they're gonna get your money whether you here or not.
You're gonna believe what you want to believe, y'all. So if you believe that they're out here cloning, hey, goddamn it, believe it. But that's the point of advertising.
Hey, that's just the level of mind frame some people are on, and I can't blame them, like I said, because I've been there too. But you just got to come out. You got to think about that. For those who do think, that do honestly believe in the cloning concept, just think about it. Research it. Okay? Listen to yourself. Yourself might be telling you, nah, that shit ain't true, man.
Exactly.
And you just like, no, that's not what social media saying. Okay?
But social media messes with y'all every time. These people is the same people that told y'all that the mama told the son to shoot the damn girlfriend, and there's no evidence behind it. And guess what y'all did?
Selective hearing and selective reading like a motherfucker.
Him to shoot the girlfriend too. When the fuck did she tell them that? Did y'all ever stop and think about the facts instead of what the fuck you read? You'll read some shit. And even if you know it ain't, even if you don't know it to be true, you'll still go back and say da 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 da. Instead of saying, girl, I read something that I don't know how true it is, but
Right.
Sound dumb, but you know what I'm saying? That's how I talk with me and my friends. Man, how about I read something the other day? Somebody put in the comments, da 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 da. But then we'll sit and think logically, like all the videos we done seen, we ain't heard that lady say that.
Ain't nobody heard
it.
Ain't nobody heard it.
And the detectives and the news, and that's what makes it even worse because the news was reporting it too. But
let me tell
you now, getting it from y'all motherfuckers.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. Because a lot of this shit is turning back on the public now. Because the major story we gonna talk about tonight, after all of these little bit stories, it's all about social media. I've already said that the newscasters, detectives, all of them, they watching you. Okay, they watching these apps, and they get their storylines from here. Even perpetrators, what people are saying, they try to stay out of that, or they try to create the narrative based off of the public.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and y'all help them do it. Y'all
help them do it every time.
None degree, none.
So I don't blame people doing that.
None of that, or whatever the situation may be. Now I'm not saying that I don't look into it, the situation, because I do look into the situation, and I read a lot of y'all comments, and a lot of y'all do be making sense. And that's what be like, you know what? That's the same thing I was thinking.
Comments that's gonna make you say,
But
things to make you say,
you got the comments. It's like, did you even look at the fucking evidence? You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't have possibly heard nothing. It took the damn
right.
That's a whole. I'm getting ahead of myself. But when we get to that subject, yeah, I really want to tell y'all about yourself because y'all do the most. Like,
right.
Y'all do the most.
And, one thing that my elders used to tell me all the time is, don't jump to conclusions. Okay, let it play out first.
Yeah.
See where it's going, and then you'll get your own take on.
And also, the old folks used to say, give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. Period.
You got that shit right.
Like, sometimes you don't got to get into all of that fussing and going back and forth and rah, because what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. And if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Period. Point blank. You can't make something add up that don't add the fuck up.
Exactly.
You can't.
And I'm going to say this one more time before we end this time.
Because it's still going to be zero.
You got this shit right. I'm going to say this before we end this topic. I'm not saying that they can't clone certain elements. I'm saying that they have not been successful in cloning humans. Humans.
Not artificial intelligence. They can make somebody look like you, but to actually clone you, to make a actual another you, I'm talking about conscious and subconscious, talk like you, walk like you, think like you, react like you, facial expressions like you. They will have to truly fucking sit down and study the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And half of y'all would give them an opportunity to anyway, because y'all will download these apps and put it on there. I ain't knocking you, all y'all AIs. I see y'all, and y'all look good too. I'm gonna say that. Everybody that done put their picture on a little AI app, y'all look good.
I had a meditation session a while back. It's been years ago. And me and a few people, we went in meditation and we seen ourselves in labs. Okay, now this is around the time that I believed in clones.
I remember you
telling me. Oh shit, they cloning us. They got us all in labs. But the thing is, when you go into meditation sessions or you have dreams, lucid dreams, you have to break those shits down. They have to be decoded. And at that time, I wasn't really doing a lot of decoding as what I am doing today. But back then, I thought, yeah, they cloning the fuck out of us. They got us in their lab. Not understanding that a lab is a higher intelligence of yourself. Okay? I had to realize, sit with myself, analyze the vision, and realize this is only a perspective of my higher self. Because I'm looking at myself from the outside in. Okay? And I'm seeing myself in a capsule. Okay? All right? Pieces in a capsule, and my body is pure, it's clean, it's not tainted, it's just like an angel. Okay, put it like that. It's not deranged or nothing. It's just a suit, a body. Okay.
But you know what? You saying that, you know what I get? the Matrix. You remember how Neo then was plugged in into the Matrix or whatever situation may be. So therefore, you could have seen yourself plugged in. You know,
plugged in on the reverse side. You right. You right. Because the person that was on the outside, which is me, looking at myself in the capsule, I was running around freely.
Right. Which while you was plugged into the Matrix, that free you is the one that's running around, you know, doing what the fuck else. Man, it's so much
you right
shit
about
to this. This is a subject that we would have to dive deeper into, y'all, because
you have to
so
dive
much shit
deeper
to
into
it.
those things. You can't just run. You just can't take what you see for face value. You actually have to decode it. The same thing with the whole Jamie situation. Mm-hmm. But you know, people are free to believe what you want, and it's just, you know, I don't knock nobody for believing it, but I just, you know, I have a thing for people to just elevate, evolve, you know, because I've once been there too. So you know, and we always gonna bring divine knowledge and put our spin on it, okay? Physical and spiritual on that side. So right. That's just on that. The next story was
the lady on the plane.
The lady on the plane.
So for those of you who might know, and for those of you who don't know, there was a lady, a young lady, whose name I didn't get around to getting her name, but she was a white lady. She was on a plane, and one of the passengers she was sitting beside, she stated that person was not human at all. Now, in the midst of her saying this or seeing this or whatever, spooked this lady or whatever, she showed her natural white ass on the goddamn plane to the point where they had to do an emergency landing and do an investigation. Now, there is a video out about it, which I'm going to pull up right now while Drake is talking and saying how she feel about it. But the lady then proceeds to get up and walk towards the front of the plane and yell.
Okay, she was dead
and was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge and see how y'all
the thing with this is, you know, people, like I said, a lot of people have selective hearing, okay? We all play a part in it in some way, somehow. And, you know, I don't even think she mentioned that the person is not human, but she said that motherfucker is not real, okay? So people ran with that and was like, oh shit, it's an alien, it's somebody on the motherfucker.
It's a reptilian. That's what they ran with. They said he was a reptilian.
And I'm like, what is the bitch saying?
Get it right.
Because if I tell you a motherfucker ain't real, that means you ain't real, bitch. You faker than a motherfucker. That not mean that you some type of super, you know, alien, some type of shit. That just mean you ain't on some real shit. Okay. But a lot of people, social media definitely ran for it. But go ahead, sis, play the video.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, she definitely said this motherfucker's not real. Okay. And of course, you know, a couple weeks ago, probably a month before her video surfaced, which they said this video was a year old. Okay. You see how social media just rotates itself? Okay. Now this video is a year old. Okay. And it just happened to surface around the time that we just happened to get, about a month ago before that video, that it was an alien in Los Angeles? Come on, y'all. You already set the foundation for the aliens. So when that lady said it, it automatically played into people's consciousness. But go
ahead. Okay, y'all. So this is her right here. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
And Shawty was scared for her life.
I'm gonna start it off.
So there's a lot of wild theories coming out about this.
Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time, y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because baby was scared, okay? Out her goddamn mind.
So there's a lot of wild theories.
Girl.
That man said bye.
That's what that man was soon as she was like, you can that motherfucker is not real. You can stay on this plane. She was upset.
Right, Mika. Right. None of us are human or real for that matter. You're right. You are definitely right.
She was upset.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, this was
the year of the 70s been funny as fuck.
Okay, and right after that, y'all. So this is how people take shit like this and run with it. They said that she was like, she's seen a reptilian.
Right.
Y'all heard the footage. Y'all, this goes back to the social media that we were just talking about. Y'all shows out really, really bad. Y'all heard this footage. This is the footage that they have of this lady. It's another footage, but it's at a different angle, but it's the same thing, nothing different. In what part of that fucking video did you hear her say, that motherfucker is a reptilian? She said, that motherfucker is not real. And y'all just took it like, oh my God, she's saying a fucking reptilian. When did she fucking say that? Like, where y'all getting y'all fucking answers from? That's what been pissing me off, but I be like,
right.
I can't wait to fucking Wednesday because y'all about to make me the fuck mad.
Well, that's how I be when shit come out. Like, I cannot wait. Because she didn't say that.
She didn't say that. Like, where did you hear her say that? And the lady hasn't came out and said nothing after this footage. She hasn't addressed it. Ain't nobody said nothing else about it. You know, it went on for probably like a couple of days and then they let the fuck go because she never said anything about it. But two people spoke out. It was another lady that supposedly was on the plane, a white lady, said that she was seen drinking prior to her getting on the plane. That's what they say. I'll say she probably was on some type of medicine. Another passenger spoke out, or say he was a passenger. He spoke out, a white guy. This motherfucker say, at the time he didn't notice it, but after the lady goes and has her temper tantrum, he been the same person she accused of not being real, turned and looked at him and winked at him. And he said, oh, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that maybe he was just like, shoot, wasn't that crazy? And winked at me. But as I got home, I realized that he didn't wink at me like this. He winked at me like this. Bitch, let me tell you something. If a motherfucker winked at you like that right then in the fucking there, ain't no when I got home I thought about it.
Right. Why you gonna think about it? I'm gonna be like, oh, motherfucker, I went off.
Okay, and I'm gonna be spazzing with this motherfucking lady like, but she ain't lying, boy.
Right.
This motherfucker right here is like, hell no, let me off. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with y'all, I probably would have got off the plane, even if he wasn't real, because I'd have been intrigued. I don't want to know, like, oh, so y'all motherfuckers really is.
Where he at, girl?
Like, let me see.
Well, let me. I'm curious.
How long y'all been here? Is your skin real? Do you got like, can you know what I'm saying, transform into something else? Can you know, what can you do? What can you do? I want to know. Like,
I know, right? Just being curious.
How long y'all been here? You know what I'm saying? Was y'all here before human civilization, or did we come first?
Okay, I got questions.
I got fucking questions. While we on this plane ride and we finna ride, we gonna be on here some hours. We got all these hours to ride on this plane together on this. But let's get food out. You mind if I ask some questions? I'm curious. I ain't finna turn you in. You feel me? Man, that lady goddamn, they say she was drinking and motherfuckers accusing. They turned out that the dude was lying. He ain't seen no shit like that. He just wanted some damn views. So
anything for clout. People do anything for clout nowadays. Like, literally, that shit is gonna kill you.
If y'all gonna do some shit for clout, make it make sense. Okay?
Definitely make it make sense. Church needs Trick us.
Make me question like, oh fuck, for real? Not you. Oh, I got home and I thought about it when I got home. Then I remind you, they like I said, they did an emergency landing, and for hours they did an investigation. So throughout this whole time, you just now when you got home after all them hours thought about the fact that he winked at you side to side and out, up and down. Stop playing with him.
All these stories that's been coming out this week has been crazy. Now we gonna talk about the little lady, cause honey, y'all is not real, okay? The motherfucker ain't real, okay? Shay shifted on some shit, but of course I'm probably sure y'all heard about Rudy Ferris, okay? And we don't really. It's just a little bit about him, but this is all playing into this whole illusion and shit, you know, that you're seeing on the regular most likely today. It's right in your face. But Rudy Ferris was missing for 8 years. Only to find out that he was the boy that was never missing. He was at home for 8 years, and he was with his mama. Okay, so that's another story that's coming out of Texas. And it's an investigation going on. Seems like Rudy is a drug addict to me. His stories are not so. They're off, okay? He's saying one thing and he's changing it, okay? His stories are not consistent. So, you know, we got this issue with Rudy Ferris, the boy that was missing but was never missing, okay? And a few people of the neighborhood knew about it, okay? And the reason why this really surfaced is because Rudy mama was gonna tell on one of the drug dealers, okay? And she was gonna tell on the drug dealer, say, I'm gonna tell that you out here selling drugs. So the lady said, well, I'm gonna tell that Rudy's never been missing. So with that information, okay, with that information, Rudy's mama, she calls Cornell X. And if y'all not familiar with Cornell X, he was in the Malia Davis case too, which was a lot of shit going on with that case. So she called him. He's like the local activist in Texas, and he brought the authorities and stuff like that. And, you know, she tried to play it as, you know, Rudy just came home. He just came home. After 8 years, he just came home.
Like, what's
but only to find out that she was lying.
Right. Wow.
She was lying, and Rudy was there, okay? Police have been to this location several times. They have Rudy on the body cam footages of them coming to the house in the past. Now, the story is that when Rudy was missing, he came home 2 days later. And when he came home 2 days later, 48 hours. We're going to get to 48 hours in a minute. But he was gone for 48 hours. So when he came back home, his mama told him, well, you got to hide. We can't tell the police that you came back because you're going to go to jail. So here we go with this manipulation tactic. He was 17 at the time. So for that little bit of information, he hid out for 8 years in his mama home. But the neighborhood knew he was there. He had been working. Authorities, like I said, they have came through. And when they came through, she was telling them that was her nephew. But the family members was like, that bitch ain't real. Okay? She lying. Okay? She ain't got no nephew over there. Okay? So the police authority never checked it out. But they're still investigating it. So when things come more to surface, we'll talk about a little bit more about it. But this little boy, you know, when I seen his picture on years ago, on the missing and exploitation wall in Walmart, his picture actually stuck out years ago. And it didn't make any sense to me then. Oh, ma'am, you have to get out. You're making too much noise. Get out. Bye. Okay. So when it came out, you know, I was like, dang, you know, I remember seeing that picture on the wall and stuff, you know, because that little boy picture stuck out the most to me. Only to find out that it was some lies being involved in this case. So the more it starts to surface, we'll get more into to that, but that's just to show that plays can be played, okay? And most likely it be done by the public. It don't be really done by the government, okay? A lot of times it be the public, okay? The people that's involved that run these plays, all right? So once they start getting more information out of Rudy, we'll definitely dive back into that. So now, you want to go ahead and start on our finale? Because this is the most recent story that has been out since last week.
So, guys, I'm pretty sure the entire world
has
the
entire
heard
world
about Miss Carly Russell, okay? The alleged victim of a kidnapping. Miss Carly Russell is 25 years old. She is from Hoover, Alabama. Last Thursday, she left the Colonnade. I'm probably saying that wrong, but she left the Colonnade, went to Target to get some snacks, which was granola bars and some Cheez-Its. That's what she got from the Target. There was this lady supposedly had been kidnapped, y'all. So she's riding down the highway, and all of a sudden she says that she sees a toddler, a 3 or 4-year-old child on the side of the road. Now this is at 9 o'clock at night. I found out it was 9, it wasn't 4 a.m. It was 9 o'clock at night, and you get a 911 call. You actually called the police, okay? So in the midst of you calling the police, you tell them that you see a child, you describe the baby whatever way you possibly can, white shirt and a diaper.
Girl,
and as you're saying this, you're passing the area that you supposedly see the child in. You went about 600 yards down from where you seen it, which is about 6 football fucking fields, okay? So in the midst of all of this, and I'm going to pull this up, as well. In the midst of all of this, you are on the phone with the police. So they're describing you're putting your information in. When you get off the phone with them, you call your sister-in-law, okay? And now you're getting out the car and you're supposedly approaching this child that's on the highway at 9 o'clock at night. And you're on the phone. So all of a sudden, your sister-in-law tells your mom. The sister-in-law never comes forward with this. It's the mom telling the story on all of this. The mama and the dad, mostly mom. So the mom says that all of a sudden she hear her talking to somebody and she screams, and then that's that. They find Carly's car, but the snacks that was just bought at Target was not in there, but the food she just had bought was in
all gone.
Now the food was still there, but the snacks, the Cheez-Its and the granola bar, they were gone. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Carly's story is that as she got out of the car to approach the child, the some man walks up, hops out of the fucking bush and mumbles, "Oh, I'm here to check on the child." And then all of a sudden kidnaps you, grabs you, takes you over a fence, go through some other bullshit, and somehow you end up in an 18-wheeler. You hear 18-wheeler, we country, 18-wheeler. You hear a lady voice, but you don't know who the lady is because you can't see her or whatever. You never said if they blindfolded you or not. You just hear it. You just hear a lady voice. You also state that you hear a baby as well. So you're still sticking to this baby story, okay? Now, like I said, this was a highway, a busy highway that definitely has plenty of traffic going through, truckers, other cars. You're the only person that has reported that you see a baby on the highway at this time. No one else has called any of that. Of course, they're going to do an investigation. While you're pulling over after your 600 yards or whatever, you are pulling over, just happen to be pulling over outside of camera view. So you can see her, but you can't see her. So whoever else pulled over and got her happened to be out of camera view. Or maybe she took her as a walk through the wooded area and met up with somebody on the other side. We don't know. This shit is just crazy. in the midst of all of this as well, they, they did their investigation and they went through her computer and her work computer. And the things that she had been looking up was how what I hold on, yeah, I had wrote it down.
She looked up the movie Taken.
She looked up the movie Taken.
And she
looked
up about Amber Alerts.
To take money from a register without getting caught. She looked up Amber Alerts and do you have to pay for them? She looked up bus tickets from Nashville or whatever, just doing shit, you know what I'm saying? And all of this is in your search history, probably with your slow ass. You didn't delete it. You really didn't think that this was
trying to figure out how to be a criminal.
You're trying to figure out how to be a criminal, and you really decided to go along with it. That's the thing about it. Not only are you looking it up and you're doing your quote-unquote half-ass research, but you actually planned it out. And from your search on your computer, work computer and all, y'all, she even got fired for this shit. You weren't doing a good job on your research. You looked up a couple of damn things. You got to pay for an Amber Alert. Taken, you watching that movie. Then they also put up a tweet of yours that said, I love the movie Taken. So you're planning all of this, your mama and all of
that. The other tweet, which was an hour before, well, not even an hour, which they say on Twitter, the time says 10:19. But they saying because it showed up like that doesn't mean that's the central time for where she at. I feel like whatever you post on your online, that's the goddamn time. Okay? So what it's saying is 10:19 is after the fact. Okay? And people trying to say she did that before the fact because of how Twitter works. I don't know. But from looking at the evidence, look like you tweeted after all of this shit went down and said, I want a family now.
Okay, exactly. So after all of this, y'all, she supposedly she got out of the truck, got into another car or whatever. Do your own research, looking up the story. They did a press conference about this and out. That's how deep this shit is. So you managed to get away. They caught you, put you in another car, took you to a building where you don't know where you was, where the lady starts feeding you Cheez-It. The same fucking
shit that
you bought from fucking Target.
The same goddamn cheese that you bought.
A couple hours a fucking ago. You feel what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, after feeding you Cheez-It, somehow you got away. You walked from your kidnapping area where you don't know where you was all the way home. You didn't stop at no local gas station, no local police station, nowhere that you would feel safe to call the police to tell them to come and pick you up.
I got questions. When they kidnapped you, right, and they put you in the what truck?
18-wheeler.
Oh, 18-wheeler truck, right?
That's what she said. That's the first car.
And they supposed to have left or whatever. Why did they just not leave from the area? Because where she talking about where she ran out of the woods at, she ran into her neighborhood. Now, if y'all look at the footage where she at, where she pull off at, and where she got the food at, where she work at, all of that is close by where she work at, including the damn Red Roof Inn. Let's not forget about Red Roof.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get on that. Now, there's footage of her being at the Red Roof Inn, and there's footage of her being at Target. She also used her card to pay for these items. So, therefore, a kidnapped person, I'm not saying that they're not going to use your card, but at the same time, when they come down to you kidnapping, you kind of want to be low-key. You're not going to be using no transactions that can fall back on you. You're going to be using cash, if any damn thing. And you ain't trying to use your own fucking face. She
made it seem like she made it seem like she got in tune. She got connected with the motherfucking people and the Hills Have Eyes people. The wrong turn people, because she was like, they painted her toenails and all too, her nails, y'all.
Well, in the press conference, he didn't add that part in, but he did say that she said that they fed her Cheez-Its. The lady fed her Cheez-Its. And I'm just like, the same Cheez-Its that you just bought, she fed them.
And which actually came out in a statement that somebody posted that's obviously close to the family that's putting out this information. Be careful with that shit too, y'all. But putting out this information, and they was the one that put out the thing that, you know, she's sticking to the story. She got abducted. She ate cheeses, and they painted her nails.
So y'all,
I don't know what kind of
tea
abduction she
party.
had.
They fed you. Y'all ate cheeses and had tea and crumpets and y'all painted each other's nails. The lady did all of this. So what?
And the lady was playing with her hair.
And playing in your hair. Either you made the hills have eyes, or some weird ass motherfucking honky ass motherfuckers that just really was finna.
I don't even think the people in the woods, like hillbilly people, ain't that type of party, unless something wrong with them deranged. But you with three people, not one.
Was you that little pet or something? And then you got away. You're not stating how you got away, or they just happened to I got away, and the camera.
I want to see her feet.
The ring camera showed that you walking through the neighborhood by yourself.
Yeah, I want to see her appearance. What did you look like when you came home? Because it's a ring cam, like you said, that shows her coming in, and she's walking with no problems, okay? Mm-hmm. She ain't distressed. She's casually walking. And then when she get close to her house, you know, she act like a motherfucking Tyler Perry movie. Ah! You know, screaming, and she's running, and she's acting irate, okay? I would have been acting irate all the way through the fucking street.
Now, did I remind you, Crime Stoppers, they collected money for the situation as well. So
right.
This case got over $60,000. $30,000 is unaccounted for, and a lot of people are screaming that they want their money back because people real live was sharing, feeling bad, really thinking that Carly was gone, and this whole time you out here playing chicken, you playing in the road like shit is all good.
You remember that picture that surfaced about the stroller at the same time?
But and this was in Alabama as well.
Yep, it was in Alabama
too. Another girl that's close to her hometown, where close to Hoover, Alabama, really is missing, and they haven't found her as well. So my thing is real live Black women. I'm not taking away from the white women or any other race that, you know, have people missing in any other race. I'm not taking that. So don't take what the fuck I'm finna say next to heart. It is embarrassing, Mika, for real. But it's a lot of Black women out here missing that does not get the attention and the resources that they need to be able to go find. You had within 48 hours, you had a search party, a big one, and they found your wig, they found your cell phone, they found your car, they found all of this at the scene of the crime, and you really got people out here.
Well, one thing about the phone now, this is what I'm saying about with social media, because even with the news and even with having the police recording of the scanner, you know, of them talking about it, they didn't find her phone.
Okay.
Now they're saying it's so many certain media outlets that her phone was found down the road. But I still find that unbelievable as well too.
But either way,
because after the situations, people realize that she started following her ex back too. After all of this shit, so things were still transpiring after the fact.
But my thing is, like I was saying, again, with the Alexis Ware, we still haven't found her. You know, and if there is anything to be found, you know, I have my own beliefs on that, and I'm not here to address that or whatever here, because that's not what we're talking about. But Alexis Ware barely got the resources, and what little bit of resources she did,
people had to fight and march for it, baby.
Exactly, and what little bit of resources she did get, it ended up fading out because it wasn't enough, and it was a lot going on, and it was so much here and there, and he say, she say. But guess what? We still haven't found Alexis. Alexis still haven't showed up. And all of this happened to be a week later as far as Alexis. You know what I'm saying? She had been missing for a week before anything was brought about. Oh, okay, this girl is missing. You've been gone for 48 fucking hours. 48 hours. And you had all of the resources and people out here, social media out here, real live, concerned about you. That is
Right.
so unfair. And I was talking to my best friend, and my best friend really feels like you have set us back for 30 years. And I believe it too. You have set us back, especially the black girl. I'm not knocking any other race because there's people missing in all races. But as a black community, you have really fucked us up because they really don't be giving a fuck about our asses anyway. And here you come with this bullshit. Why? What the
Right.
fuck was the point of that? Maybe she didn't. Maybe you didn't think it was gonna go that far. Maybe you thought that you would just, do a little light something and it'll stay local in your local town or your local state, whatever the situation may be. But no, baby, stupidity goes a long fucking way. And the truth is always putting his shoes on to come back and bite your ass in the ass, bite your ass in the ass for telling lies.
Okay.
And being
and then now, even with the same scenario as this one, y'all remember? Because I was watching somebody and they mentioned this, and I was like, oh yeah. You remember even years ago, the runaway bride, the white girl, okay, the Caucasian, she definitely ran away.
And
people was looking for her. They had a major search party. Everything, all this happened. Only to find out that it was a fucking whole plan, a whole scam out here.
Stage the whole shit, man. Stage the whole shit. They pulled up the cameras and see her ass getting out and doing some switcher. Man, y'all motherfuckers got too much time on your hands.
Okay.
Y'all motherfuckers got too much time on your hand. Carly, whatever the fuck. And I already know at the end of the day you're going to try to plead insanity, mentally unstable, or whatever the situation may be. But at the same time, you got to have some type of history of mental illness, especially in your family. So if y'all don't got no history of mental illness in your family, it's going to be hard for you to try to push that. They really should take your ass to jail. What's up, Curtis? They really should take your ass to jail.
Right.
And your mama and your daddy should go to fuck too. And anybody else the fuck got something to do with the boyfriend, whomever, like, you just came out of the blue talking about we would just like for y'all to leave us alone and let us have our peace. Well, fuck you.
No, because your daughter don't lie. It just takes it back. This energy, it's up such an uproar. Females, just in general, okay? Might not be the ones on here, but you probably know some people or know a female that has did this too, okay? Because this plays along with men getting incarcerated, okay?
Yep.
Playing, the girl that cried, all right?
Yeah.
And cried wolf, all right? And one of the, because she blamed it on seeing a Caucasian.
A white man, oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, right? And then she said it was a white male that abducted her. Mm-hmm. Here we go with the storyline with the men, okay? This shit right here got to stop, because we love to cry and play victim, and there's a lot of women out there that do it because we always have a heart for women when shit happens, okay? Right. And we do. We go hard for our women. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a woman say something, I wanted to believe, okay, that she was abducted. Everybody wanted to believe this shit until the story started coming out. Now, I'm still trying to get a little bit of benefit of the doubt, but baby, your story ain't masking. All right?
And it's not masking because they held the whole press conference and presented the evidence of, they even played the fucking 911 call of you talking about this damn toddler. And like the man said, there was no evidence found that there was a toddler. Even with all the cars that was passing by on the fucking highway, you the only
no toddler, nothing. I mean, women have I don't know. It's just in that energy. I don't know. But even, just going back with the whole Susan Smith from South Carolina, she blamed it on a black man that she created in her mind and said that's who we look like, and he took my kids, my two boys, only to find out she was the only one that drowned her own kids. Okay, so women have what they call it, a record, okay, a background, okay, that plays into this narrative because it plays out a lot. Women scream that they've been raped by people who ain't been raped. I'm not saying that people have not, but it's women out here that have lied, okay? because they be trying to protect an image. Okay, Susan Smith tried to protect her image. Okay, she wanted to be with somebody else in the same city. She tried to protect her image. Same thing with Carly, trying to protect her image. Okay, and her family. Okay, because girl, you know, it goes back to, you know, yes, they say people, you know, women have mental issues and stuff. They be going through stuff, but sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes people be really trying to do some shit because they are a woman and they feel like that it's easier on them because it is. Let's be honest. Our black men get it worse, or men get it worse than women.
And white
including our black men.
And black women get it worse than white women. But the thing about it is that's something that has been polluted in the air, because it started out with the white women from back in the day. They used to cry wolf.
Yeah, they did do it. They did do it.
Motherfuckers says that you can't even look at them without them crying or crying wolf or whatever. It's been going on for so long to where now our people think that we can fucking do it. Y'all think that shit is cute? You think it's okay? Oh, I seen them and they getting the attention or whatever. It was at one point that we had to fight for our own freedom. We had to fight for rights to even do shit. Right. And when we finally get the fucking rights, y'all go fuck it up by lying about something so simple. You got
talk behavior. Okay.
Kidnapped. That's the only thing you could have came up with, Carly. You could have did any fucking thing in the world that made more logical fucking
right goddamn I don't see nobody pulling her.
Not only that,
we don't see her getting out of the car.
Let's not forget, she had $105 or $150 in her sock.
In her sock. And you with the wood people?
Said that they gave it to her.
The people in the wood.
So they
didn't get your money?
No, the abductors gave her the money. The abductors.
The abductors gave her $160.
The people that kidnapped her.
Girl, this bitch don't know how to lie.
They fed her cheeses, painted her nails, combed her hair, and gave her some money and sent her on home.
Bitch had a whole makeover on their ass.
That sounded to me like it was a blessing. They sound like they decided
they need to come kidnap me. Okay. Give me some money.
People and doing their nails.
But I'm trying because I know social media.
When you say the shit out loud, it don't fucking sound.
It don't.
And I want you to hear how that sounds out loud. I got abducted. They fed me, clothed me, bathed me, did my nails and fucking hair, and put money in my goddamn pockets and sent me on my motherfucking way. Or at least I say I escaped. After they treated me so nice and gentle. What did you go home for?
And then she called them and said she seen a baby. Did nobody make you say that?
Nobody. But why did you go home, Carly? If your adult is treating you that nice and sweet, what'd you go home for? You should have stayed the fuck over there.
Girl.
That sounds like a party over there at the kidnapper's house. They over there feeding y'all, eating cheeses and drinking tea and crumpets, having a fucking tea party and shit, a hat and glove motherfucking party. Y'all over there living your life like it's fucking golden. And you come home with some money in your pocket. Nah, what it was is your ass was stealing from your job. That's what
they definitely put something out about her job. The job actually put something out too about her.
They say you were stealing from your job because you just looked up how to steal out a register without being noticed. You just had looked it up, Carly. So I'm gonna need for you to just go home. Yeah, girl, it's for real, man. This whole story right here.
I'm trying to believe Charlotte. I'm trying to believe her because I know social media because you know everything they said in the press conference is actually been on social media.
Yeah.
Everything they say it's been on social media. And they could be really running a big ass play. Okay?
I guess it's not meant for me to understand how y'all think. And I ain't even.
But we all can agree that the story ain't storying. Okay, we all agree that shit ain't making no sense. Somebody lying.
Makes sense is that you are a fucking liar. That's the only sense I got.
Somebody lying. Okay.
It ain't even somebody.
All y'all lying now.
Family, y'all go watch the interview with the mom and the daddy. Read the body language. They shaking their head no, but saying yeah. Like you talking about, she just walked home. Like you knock on the door. You did the reporter.
You didn't go to the first neighbor house you seen. I know I would've.
The reporter even said, "Did she knock on the door? Did she walk in?" Man.
And then they talking about the ambulance was already there or something. She couldn't touch a baby. She couldn't hug her.
But I'm glad she's at home.
Can we get this story together so we can figure this shit out?
Is the ambulance already there to a person?
If y'all didn't even know she was tiptoeing down the street. Make it make sense.
Carla, did you call them? Did they give you a phone call? You got your one phone call when you was abducted? Or you was still over there with your homie? I should be cool now. They probably gonna meet up again and talk about it. What y'all did.
The crazy thing about the whole Red Roof Inn is, they came out with that. The police even was on the scanners, they was radioing saying that they got information she's at Red Roof Inn. Mm-hmm. The family was trying to get there before the police. Mm-hmm. Obviously, somebody had gave them a lead and told the family, before they told the police, of course, that that she was at the Red Roof Inn, okay? So when the family got there, and it was a whole bunch of them, the people from Red Roof Inn called the police. So that's when you start hearing, the recordings of the scanner, of them saying that she's at Red Roof Inn and the family's supposed to be over there. Now the family's saying she went at Red Roof Inn. Somebody was playing on the phone.
You're a fucking idiot. I just want you to know that. I just don't understand. And then, when certain people say shit or do shit, have you ever had somebody say something to you that was so fucking dumb to where you just stared at them?
Right. That's how the daddy was, like in the interview. He couldn't say shit, he looked at nothing. He couldn't even look at the camera, man. This shit right here.
If you go back and look, he was rubbing the fuck out of her shoulder because everything she was spitting, the harder she was spitting that bullshit in that goddamn interview, the harder he was rubbing her motherfucking shoulder like, so you just gonna keep on going. Oh, okay. He about rubbing the motherfucking
girl, I cannot.
For real.
And so the man that they looking for, that they say they looking for, he got orange hair, he got a bald spot. Trump, come on out of hiding. Come on out, Trump. Because it seems like you had Carlisha.
Didn't they say they had somebody?
They said they had what they call it,
what was his name?
A profile, but they don't have. From one of the blogs I seen, they had a dude named Samuel Hyde up. I don't know how they got that information, but he didn't have no red hair. He had blonde hair. But from what the police is saying, that she gave a description of the guy with red hair, orange hair, red looking hair, bald in the top, like sort of right there, and of course he was a Caucasian.
Right.
Trump, just come on now. Just come on.
So Trump is out here kidnapping people now. Wow.
Or come on now,
If it ain't old Trump, it's somebody that looks like him or along the family line of that. Allegedly.
If it is somebody, and they did feed her cheeses and painted her toes or nails, whatever one, and played with her hair, if they did, we got some people in the woods that have eyes.
I don't think the bitch walked home. I think she got dropped off.
I believe somebody dropped her ass off too.
And she walked the fuck down from there because there's no evidence that showed that you literally walked from where.
Because if I would have ran out the woods and I would have ran in my neighborhood, I would have ran over to the door.
I'm not even running fucking home. I'm running to the nearest place where I can call the
Right.
fucking police so they can
Exactly.
come and
The
pick
first
me up.
motherfucking place that
Because
comes to
I'm
eye.
scared. I don't even know if I run home, do they fuck around and pick me
Follow
back up on the way
you. Yeah,
home?
follow
You
you there.
feel me? So now I'm finna run to the nearest public area and get them to call the police and, you know, scream at the top of my lungs, I've been kidnapped, I got away. Somebody call, you know what I'm saying? And let them call 911 and then my family will be picking me up from the police station, okay? Or the damn hospital after me getting checked out. Because ain't no way I walked all the way home.
Okay, how many people, did y'all see a baby out there?
After 48 hours. Carl, if you wanted a mental break, just say that. If you needed to get the fuck away from your nigga, which is what everybody's saying, allegedly, just say that.
Or trying to get them back.
Or trying to get him back. Apparently you did all this to get his attention. Well, you got it, so. And you also got a fucking charge, couple of them coming, okay? So you got the attention of your nigga, my nigga, they nigga, her nigga,
The whole nation.
Everybody nigga. You got everybody nigga attention. You ain't just got yours. You got my attention and everybody else their attention. You feel me? So now what? Now you got our attention. What now?
And the story is still unfolding. More shit is coming out. That's why I say be careful, because a lot of the information that they are putting out now,
it's some bullshit.
It's coming from social media.
And social media turns up with the bullshit.
I definitely feel this is a big play.
Y'all
in
can
your face.
go on. I will recommend this. Go on Ratchet TV. They be on there spitting some gems. Them motherfuckers ain't playing with you. They gonna break some shit down and make it make fucking sense. Now, I don't agree with everything that be said and done or whatever situation may be, but I take what the fuck resonates with me and I bring it to y'all. And I tell you what the fuck source I got it from. But on this particular case, yeah, ratchet on it. Ain't nobody, that don't make sense.
Now.
So, Miss Russell, if you watching this or you see this later on the YouTube channel, just know that we know you're not mentally unstable. We know that you tried to do some bullshit. Why you did that I'm not gonna say that. Why you did that other race shit, I don't know what the fuck you thinking of. Because our people don't do stupid shit like that. We don't have we already statistics that it is, so we too busy trying to get money or supposed to be getting money because we got goals to accomplish. We're trying to get houses. We're trying to get land. We're trying to build wealth, generational wealth for our fucking kids. I know you don't have no kids, but you're only 25 years old. So therefore, you still got a good life ahead of you. You want to play fucking chicken in the damn road.
Honey.
You know what happens when the chicken keep playing in the road? He eventually get hit by a motherfucker like me who is not finna slow down and stop.
I'm telling you, this stomach don't
fuck my car up for you.
If this story turns out to be what it is,
a lie,
girl, you definitely about to be in the world genius. What is it, Guinness's book?
Yeah. Of the world's
the most staged ass. Yeah, the most staged ass seduction, baby.
You finna be on Lifetime, baby. I mean, you getting the attention that you
They
want.
finna do a take a story about
you. Getting it,
the girl that was
guess what? That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. You got exactly. You wanted that fame and fortune, especially you and your mama, because your mama definitely with the shit. You can see it on her face. That lady wanted the fame and fortune because guess what? In 48 hours, look how many interviews you did.
Exactly.
Look how many interviews you did. And now everybody know who you is. And most of the time, when y'all motherfuckers do shit like this, you don't care about the outcome. You don't care if the world talking shit about you.
Oh, no.
Listen to this, y'all. This motherfucker say, oh, she is upset and distraught about what people are saying about her. Not the fact that you just came from a kidnapping. You ain't upset about that. You
and the fact that you were just in a live stream 2 days ago.
That ain't affected you none. What's affecting
So
you is
how
what
distraught
social
is you if
media
you were just
saying.
in a live stream 2 days ago?
I want you to find somebody to play with. Okay? Find
The world is wild.
fucking body to play with. Cause how the fuck is you hurt by what the fuck social media saying, but you ain't hurt by the fact that
Because
you
social media ain't believing the hype.
You was just
That's one thing we on, this energy we on. We believe in the hype now. All right, we might create our own scenarios and speculations, but we ain't believing the hype. Okay, we ain't following the bullshit no more. We questioning every fucking thing that's angled at us. So the fact that everybody in the social media world is questioning your story has every fucking right to. Nigga, you eating cheeses in the fucking woods. Who wouldn't goddamn question it? Shit, got me
playing with the fucking leprechaun on the side of the damn highway.
What the hell you don't plan the whole getaway. And now, if you didn't, of course, the world owes you an apology. But most likely, when it's so many people on the same, what, mama? Okay, I'm coming. When it's so many people believing or have the same questions, God damn it, we on to something. Something ain't right. Okay?
I just one thing I will say before we wrap this thing on up is you have set us back 30 damn years.
Huh?
Now I said one thing I will say before we wrap this thing up is that you have set us back. You and your family that set us back 30 years from anybody believing that somebody is kidnapped. All these women that have been missing, some of these women been missing since childhood. They still missing. They might never get found. Or when they do get found or whatever, you know, it's like it's hard to believe because you got somebody out here crying wolf that they kidnapped over you wanting attention from your dude. That's not how you go about getting it. I would have rather you threw a fucking brick through that motherfucking window of his car than to holler that you kidnapped. Come on, Carly. Because if you wasn't trying to go to jail, you're going to jail.
Do some thin line between love and hate shit. Hit your damn self.
Put a fucking sneaker in the gas tank if that's the type of shit you want to damn do. I'm not recommending none of that because that's not the type of shit that I do. I ain't fucking with nobody's car. I ain't fucking with nobody's livelihood. I'm going to just put you out there in the universe saying, hey, Erica Badu your ass. Universe, do your thing, okay? But if you just gotta do something to get the attention of this nigga because you mad at him or you want him back, next time just play in the fucking traffic on the highway. No, that's wrong. That's fucked up. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. But you know, don't play with our intelligence, man.
Right. You can't play with people's intelligence today. Like I said, everybody's on this awareness thing, so people are going to question every fucking thing, and you can't be mad that people are questioning your story because it ain't storying. Your mouth ain't matching. I'm sorry. I still want to believe you, and if it come out to be that you was in them hills with some people, now I got an issue because I like to go. I want to go camping, and I got to look out for motherfuckers like this. You only see that in movies, okay? But I understand that people do some crazy shit, but the story is a little too far-fetched for me. So I'm still gonna let this shit play out, and we're gonna see where it goes. But I definitely know that you have, girl, you got the attention of the nation, baby.
And send us back with your retarded ass. Your mama seemed like her elevator don't go to the top. You seem like your
your parents gonna ride or die for you, even if you're lying. God damn it. I mean, if it's something so big like that, they trying to get the story to get out, before the real shit get out, they'll do some unnecessary steps. So, the parents, they do what they need to do. But I'm one of them people, if you're wrong, baby, you're wrong. You're gonna tell these people the truth. Your ass wasn't with, okay, what's his name? Homie the clown them. And you wasn't in no wood.
You went over there at the Addams Family house, okay?
Tell them people where you was at.
It is actually.
The story
It really
is definitely crazy. Off the damn rocker.
I don't know what type of crackhead shit that they own over there, but they can miss me.
Come on now, Alabama. Y'all got people in the woods.
They country as hell there over there.
But I ain't think they was like that now. Goddamn.
Well, now
and then off a main highway, you never know who the hell you gonna get to pull over.
Them country folks don't got shit else to do over there. This is Hoover, Alabama. That sounds country as hell. That sounds like a small ass motherfucking town. A handful of people that don't got shit to do.
Something you just gonna hoover over.
I'm a hoover right through that motherfucking town. You feel me? That shit probably
a small town. Yes, it was a main highway too. That's what I'm saying. You never know. You didn't know anybody could have pulled over. They would have seen a child. And so to pull some type of bait tactic like that, or to say that you seen a baby and it was out there, anybody could have pulled the fuck over. Her searches were crazy.
Exactly.
Yes, they were.
History. You searching taken and how to fill out a register without getting called and bus tickets and shit like that, abductions or Amber Alerts. You searching all of this shit prior to it leading up to your so-called abduction. Prior to you going missing. This is all that
especially the Amber Alert.
No,
okay, don't get them.
And you slow at that. You have to pay for an Amber Alert? Wow.
That was crazy. That was freaking crazy. You know, it just that right there was a nail in the coffin.
All I can do is shake my head.
That was
to the
premeditated. Okay.
It tried to be. You tried to. You can't even call it premeditated because premeditated actually has a legitimate fucking plan to execute whatever the fuck they finna do. This shit was not legitimate. It was not planned out well.
Did you forget about the letter that's also surfaced, which was supposed to be a text message from her to the girl that her ex was supposed to be with, and how she was downing the girl and talking about she ugly and she a stripper, I'm a nurse, but bitch, you ain't got no sense, not damn bit of the motherfuckers, cause you still got your story ain't story. You slow.
She said police can't even have her back after a worldwide news broadcast. They don't know what to say. They don't.
They don't.
All they could do, girl, was get on there and tell the facts that was presented before them. There was no
what
evidence
she told
of
them.
Baby. No, I'm not even what she told them. The evidence that they went off of
what they
investigation led them to believe that there was never a baby out there. And as far as the things that she said, it don't make fucking sense. So in conclusion, you lied. You flat out fucking lied. That's what the fuck we got out of it.
Watch that video they got of her getting off that main highway. And you see her get out the car. She's really opening her door, y'all. Okay, to make it seem like somebody snatched her out. She opening her door. She throwing little shit, probably got a weed, dumped it off, okay? Had a phone, okay? And she went right into the woods. They gonna play that fucking video in court, okay? And it's gonna show her ass going right into them damn woods. Did nobody grab you, baby?
Nobody.
Casper was off that night, okay? We didn't even see him. They say that the message from 2020 or 2018 something, he not even with Carly. Oh yeah, they wasn't even together when all this shit went down. That's why people are saying that she did that to kind of get his attention.
Supposedly, allegedly,
yeah.
She did all of this, whatever. I don't give a fuck whatever your reasoning on what progressed you to do this. Who fucking suggested for you to do this? What?
People got to learn how to deal with their emotions, because the shit that right there, people got to learn how to deal with their emotions, because that shit right there just shows how you was just all over the place.
You are. You a hot ass
and you
bitch right now.
was running off emotion.
What that song by Destiny Child? It's just emotion taking me over. Come on,
Okay,
man.
don't took her the fuck all the way over the
Took,
edge.
she was possessed, as the church folks say. She is possessed with emotions. Emotions make you cry sometimes.
And then it's a narrative out there also saying that maybe something mental happened. But this is what I think with with a mental issue. Even if she did have a mental issue and she spazzed out and she wasn't herself, at some point she was gonna come out them goddamn woods. It wouldn't have been 48 hours. Okay? It just not it doesn't make any sense from a person that's off their rockers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that completely lost their mind and had a nervous breakdown. Okay? She would have definitely came out and somebody would have seen her and maybe she would have been distraught if it was a mental issue. But just to be camping in the woods for 2 days, as she say,
Singing songs
I
and having a
can't believe the
campfire.
mental issue either.
Man, go to hell.
Mm-mm. Well, nothing mentally challenged.
Go to fucking hell. That's what I want you to do.
Who was you playing with? Who? So you visualize these people, somebody abducting you. You visualize seeing a baby. Then you visualize somebody taking you. Then you visualize the girl playing with your hair and painting your nails.
Being
You
cheesy.
visualize eating. Oh yeah, I know them Cheez-Its. Yeah, I probably could tell too if I was blindfolded. But still.
So I guess you're trying to paint a picture of they stole your card and went to Target and bought the Cheez-Its and came back and fed them to you, because you had to come up with something when they found out that your ass went to that store. Oh, they fed me Cheez-Its. I don't even know kidnappers. I don't know none. But from the movies I've seen, I ain't never seen them people feed they prisoners or they I ain't never seen them feed them. Matter of fact, they really be starving your ass the whole time. If they trying to get a ransom, it's on some, but I don't give a fuck if you starve, you hungry or not, but I want this bread.
If they
And they was nice
kidnapped you,
enough
you
to
was in the
feed
woods in
you.
the 18 wheeler, you would have just got out of the goddamn 18 wheeler now.
You're not finna get out no 18.
Because 9 out of 10 you're gonna be tied down somewhere.
But that's what she said. They didn't tie her down or nothing. The first time she got
Yeah,
away,
so they wouldn't leave no Legion mark. Who the fuck? What does think like that?
They didn't tie me down. And this is in a press conference, y'all. Y'all can go listen
Yeah,
to
this is
them
the press
bullshit.
conference. It's the news.
They didn't tie you down the second time when they moved you to a new car because they didn't want to leave anything on your hands.
Who gives a
What
fuck?
fucking kidnappers care about that? Bitch, I'm
When?
already going to jail if I get caught with your ass
Seem like she got a fucking answer for everything.
I'm over it. Okay. So
yeah, Carly, make me a believer, baby. But right now your story ain't mapping. And it's definitely the craziest I've heard of my life.
Love you too, Claude, man.
It just ain't working, baby. The truth is gonna reveal, and of course, like I said, pay attention though to social media. Be wary of the shits that comes out. Even with the news,
Even
because
with
they
the
shit
news
change
too.
up too.
Yeah.
But just see how everything is playing out. Let it just see how it's gonna play out. But I guarantee
Exactly.
there's gonna be some shit gonna go down.
Yeah. She's finna, I really do feel like they finna get in some major trouble,
And if
especially when
it was like people say this was a setup, this was a plan, this some elite shit. If they're like a lot of people say, then they're gonna have a fall guy then, right? So let's see who this fall guy gonna be.
let's see who's gonna fall back on. She probably gonna give a public apology if that, and state that she's been going through something. She was having a mental breakdown, or that was the beginning stages of a mental breakdown. Hey, son, that was the beginning of stages of a mental breakdown, and then the mom and the dad probably going to say, well, there were signs and I wish I would have seen the signs ahead of time, and this and third. No, ain't no devil signs, and I wish I would have seen it. Y'all let this shit play all the way out to a kidnapping.
I feel like this too. For her be the age of 25, you had to create this type of scenario. That made me look at your parents too. What kind of controlling type of shit is this? She's 25.
And with the shit, look at her mama.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If she created this without the parents knowing, then what type of parents are y'all? What kind of controlling shit is this?
Without no parent knowing. The parent knew.
I'm just saying. If it is, if they didn't know, okay, at a certain point, then it falls back on the reflection of the parents. What 25-year-old is going to create a scenario, okay, hypothetically, that their parents don't know about, and they're sneaking to do something? What?
Do she stay?
Which makes it seem like to everybody like us that the parents, yeah, y'all had to know. She's 25 fucking years old. Come on, man.
At the same time, at the age of 25, most people don't stay with their parents. Most.
I know I didn't.
I didn't either. So therefore,
I mean, I don't have my days going back and forth, but I don't have my own shit.
But we don't know.
Way before 25, baby. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. So we don't know what the fuck she doing outside of her parents' house. All we know is the parents said, my child, I'm going to stick beside them.
Even if I stay with my parents at 25, my parents can't dictate where I'm going. Long as I'm coming in your home at a respectable time. If I'm not going to be there, I'm going to say I'm not going to be there. You see what I'm saying? I'm 25. I see you later. I see you next weekend, or I see you Sunday, mama. Okay? Mm-hmm. Me and such and such, we going to do this. But to create a whole scenario of about an abduction at 25 years old, it's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
It can go two ways. Your parents knew, and this is a whole scam. Like, we all feel like this is a play, okay? Or also, I give you the benefit of the doubt. Your parents didn't know, and something is going on where you had to feel like you had to get away and do whatever the fuck you need to do without your parents knowing.
Yeah.
Because if we gonna do some shit like this, I gotta let everybody know this is the plan. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna act like I'm abducted. I'm gonna do all this. But for your parents to come out and act like you just really been abducted, and what if they didn't know? It's a reflection on your parents. What kind of fucking shit is going on in your home where your 25-year-old feel like she has to create a whole scenario to get away?
To get away. I need to know. I need to know what the fuck. Please let me.
Other than that, y'all, the parents, yeah. Other than that, y'all looking real schemish out here, okay? Because even as a parent, I ain't that goddamn delusional. You know when your kid is lying, and you know when shit ain't right. It ain't smelling right.
Something in the water ain't right.
Okay? I could have believed that you got away from your abductors. I could have believed that. Because there's a lot of people that have survived shit like that. But to say the details of you being at a tea party, that shit ain't making sense.
Girl, I don't know.
And then you was only probably 5-10 miles away from your home. Come on, man.
But before you pulled over with the baby on the highway, you drove 600 yards before you even pulled over.
Right. Anybody knows, we see anybody off the highway, you gonna pull over right there. Right. You ain't gonna pull over and drive all the way down. You ain't gonna see that shit all the way up there.
But, hey.
I got 20/20 vision, baby. And I damn sure wouldn't even been able to see that far all the way up at night. I would have seen you maybe if I passed by and I would have pulled over. Okay, he back there, but it still would have been at a sustainable mile where I would have been right there in the area where I pulled over. If I even passed by somebody, right? You still gonna be right there. But for you to pull over with your red light, your hazard lights, which was already on for one, because it's a video showing that you was already pulled over under the bypass, and your red light, your hazard light was on, and it was parked. Your car was parked, and then it started to move, and that's when we see you going up the damn road. What was you doing? What? Nobody else in the car with you? You wasn't talking to nobody.
Well, you called 911 and then called your...
That's the only people she was talking to, besides her mama there, but saying she was talking to the child. If a child was really lost, they gonna say something. They gonna make a noise.
Not even that.
Okay.
You wouldn't have been the only person that seen her.
You been not getting them on.
I don't want to.
You wouldn't have been the only person that seen the child.
You wouldn't have been the only person that seen the child. You're right. And the child had on white. That's the colors you're really supposed to wear. You know, reflective colors at night, so people can see you. So if the child got on white, you know how many people went by before she pulled over?
No.
It was ass cars went by before she pulled over. Somebody would have seen the child. But then when
the truckers have cameras on their trucks.
Ain't nobody seen no child, and ain't nobody even sent a video in saying the child was on recording or nothing.
Because that leprechaun snatched her ass, the little green man, and he put her in the back of the 18-wheeler, and they fed her cheesed it and painted her nails and did her hair, and then they dropped her off at home or at the top of the street.
Hell, even if you think about it, like in the beginning when it was first brought to the news, how they was, giving the description of the child, they didn't even place an Amber Alert then.
No, because no child had ever been reported missing at all.
Right. There was no child missing. There was no child reported missing. So even off of the description that she gave, they didn't even broadcast the child like that, except with her story. So even when she's found or she comes home lolly-dollying, where's the damn child that you mentioned? Where the baby at? Oh, I guess he was with the people that abducted you. So they baited you with their own child.
If you walked home from your abductor's house, you still would have seen some type of landmark to where you could have got back there.
Right.
Especially if you walked from there. Ain't nobody finna forget that walk home. That walk home is gonna be the longest walk you've ever did. I swear it's gonna feel like it took you forever to walk home, due to the fact that I just been kidnapped and I'm finna run for my life. That's how I know for a fact that where if you was kidnapped, you're not finna walk straight home. You finna walk to the nearest gas station or public area.
Right, the nearest
so
place
you can
that
call
you see.
the police. You walked home, and then you walking down the street passing a doorbell cameras chilling. Like you just bopping down the fucking street. La-da-da-da-da. Fuck these cameras. Fuck everything else. But then you get in your yard and start adding the plum food.
Right.
Did you forget about all the neighbors' cameras before you got to your house?
She wasn't even thinking about none of the damn cameras. She wasn't even thinking about the cameras on the highway.
The cameras on the highway, the cameras in your neighborhood, the cameras at red lights and shit like that. You
at Target.
None of that. Target, the food place, your car that leaves a trace. You're not thinking about none of that. All you know is, I'm finna set this up to look like a kidnapping, and I'm finna get away with this shit.
Like what was going through her mind? That's the big question. What was going through your mind?
I'm gonna need for you to smoke some weed, Carly, so it can stimulate you a lot better. You need to think a whole different way.
Because shrooms can take it out.
That's what I'm saying. She must have seen that green man on the side of the highway. She seen some short ass person, but it wasn't no child.
It
wasn't no damn child. Well, sis, I'm gonna get on the bobber here because
yes, I definitely just wanted to chime in. We had to come and chime with y'all because these stories have been storing a little off Okay, lately, and it's just gonna get better.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, you're the 7, baby. It can be tricky.
Exactly. Exactly. This don't even make any sense.
So you got to be on your shit, and common sense is a major skill to have.
Yeah, it
Okay?
is. But some people don't have it.
A lot of people. It's definitely showing.
Well, we
Um,
love y'all. Well, we love y'all, and
yeah,
definitely, keep us posted again. If y'all want to come up here and have a conversation, say how
right.
y'all
Don't
feel
be
about it.
scared.
Don't
Y'all
be
can
scared.
cam up too. You ain't got to show your face.
Yeah, you can just be audio. Come through the audio, talk to us, and go back down or whatever the situation may be. But we definitely gonna see y'all next Wednesday, and we hope that y'all throw us some topics so we can talk about it and look them up and come on here and you know y'all know what the fuck going on.
Talk about this mess that be messy. Okay,
Let's
in
talk
the
about it.
spirit.
But I gotta get up in the morning, and I love y'all. Good
All
night.
right. I will see y'all next time. And as always, we'll talk about it. We go talk about it.
Exactly.
Peace.
Bye.